Start again. Okay. Welcome to This is Unusable. I'm Ben Steinberg.
The enthusiasm is
Yes.
here with me, Tyler Martin.
Yes. Tyler Martin, Ben Steinberg. We got that out of the way. That's all this is. It's just getting things out of the way. Let's just get that out of the way.
Yeah, we actually only do 30 minutes of intros.
I like that idea. You're just trying to come up with like catchy things that aren't catchy and then just going, all right, well, let's start over. We don't actually stop recording. We just go, let's start over. And it's just let's start over and over again. This is Unusable. Today, we're going to talk about introversion and extroversion. So I'm gonna define introverts. Introverts are the type of people who seek less stimulation. They recharge and reflect in quiet. They think before they speak. They value one-to-one friendships. They favor independence. I'm reading this on Wikipedia. And they avoid being the center of attention. Extroverts, in contrast, are absolute idiots. So that's what extroverts are. They are the opposite of whatever I just said, and they're also morons. And they suck. They suck. They ruin everything by doing everything that I'm not in the mood to do. And so that's introverts. Now they seek greater stimulation, energize their around people, and they think out loud, blah, 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 all this obnoxious crap that involves other people, including me sometimes, for whatever reason, even though anytime people ask me if I want to do something, I'm like, I'm offended that you would think that I would ever want to do anything. You've asked me to do things plenty of times, and I was just so offended that you didn't seem to know me well enough to know that I would say, absolutely not. Anyway, that's introverts and extroverts. What are your thoughts?
Great. I don't know. I feel like we should read more definitions.
That's not necessary.
I didn't learn anything.
There's nothing to learn about introverts. Extroverts. They're shallow, horrible human beings who just need to feed off of other people's energy all the time in order to maintain their own. And I think they've come to define society, and they've mostly built societies. And I think if we were an introvert society...
I feel like building society lets you define society.
Yes, no, they make the whole thing go round, and introversion is really not sustainable at all, if I'm being honest. It's not.
No, it's kind of antithetical to the human sort of like our need to have like a group and to be part of a tribe. Like that's inherently a human concept. I guess,
Yes.
We stole it from the animals, but we were there first.
I think you completely nailed it. It's a human thing to want to interact with other people. And I think extroversion is a great thing that I just don't have, and thus am envious of. This is basically what I'm saying. They make the world go round. They get up early in the morning. They talk to people. They see people. They're like, hey, let's do things. They allow introverts to exist, basically. They created the society and the foundation and the infrastructure that allows introverts to go, no, I don't think I'm going to do that. I'll just stay in my hovel, because the extroverts
Well, I think it's
make
actually
it all work.
it's extra structure. A hard thing to say. I tried.
Extra structure as opposed to
Extra structure.
extra structure as opposed to infrastructure.
Yeah.
I like that. Extra structure as opposed to infrastructure. Yeah, infrastructure is all the stuff beneath. Extra structure is the stuff that you see. So I bet you that's a real word, extra structure. Let's find out. EX.
While he's doing that, I think describe myself as an introvert, which is someone that just seeks to just become entropic all the time.
Introvert. Interesting. Please say more.
I can't. I don't know what the other words mean.
Entropic. So basically, you're trying to build momentum in your life, is what you're saying. Is that sort of?
Yes. Yeah, but generally backwards.
What do you mean backwards?
I'm usually trying to get back to something else. Most of my life is getting momentum to get out of things. So like, I gotta go.
So you're reaching for things that you feel like have slipped through your hands.
Yeah. These big meaty paws.
Yeah, how do you miss so much with those big hands?
Big cracks.
Big hands mean big spaces between hands. Lots of space for things to slip out.
The Dave Matthews hand. The space between.
Dave Matthews' hand. That's so stupid that it's hilarious. The Dave Matthews. It's not stupid. I'm sorry for saying that. It's not even stupid. It's clever. It's funny.
Look,
That's my
stupid things can be
default.
clever. That's why intelligence and smarts are two different categories.
That's a good
Or
point.
wisdom and intelligence, I guess.
Yes, wisdom is what you do with your intelligence, I think. By that metric, I am not particularly wise because I'm an introvert, so I do nothing with my intelligence. That makes sense. That kind of makes sense. I'm here. I'm at my parents' place looking after a dog after I told them I didn't really want to do it. And they're like, please. And I'm like, fine.
I gotta say, they got you by the balls. They did that whole, like, we birthed you.
I do owe them a tremendous amount.
Which sucks, because we didn't ask to owe them. That's a debt that we didn't mean to incur.
Yeah, but that's just life, is you just pay it backward or something. I don't know. Is that how that works?
Like, you don't know the house you buy is on a swamp, right? Then you just have to keep digging your house out of that swamp until eventually you get swallowed up and they do a 40-gun salute and Nerf guns.
And they also get swallowed into the swamp.
Yo, swamp love swallowing. That's what's on my hat. It says swallows, swallows, swallows. It's what I do. It's who I am.
What is that hat from?
This is a Japanese baseball team in the Nippon Professional League, the Yakult Swallows.
Colt?
Yakult, like the yogurt.
Yakult. Got it. Yogurt swallows?
Well, the Yakult is the brand. Is a brand.
So it's a brand of a baseball team.
Yeah, all baseball teams are brands.
Yeah, but like Dodgers are Dodgers. They're not like named after, Chobani or something like that.
They should be. The Chibadgers.
The Chobani Dodgers. Back to how much I hate extroverts. I hate how much they rely on other people. And they expect other people to rely on them. And it just becomes a sort of, it can be a very healthy thing to rely on other people for help. And I envy them their honesty in knowing that they need other people for help, guidance, opinions, that sort of thing. I wouldn't bother anybody I know with any problems I have. Did people say sayonara a lot when you were in Japan?
One person said it because I was very English, or, American. I spoke very English.
You spoke very English. Much English. Very good. Doge. Very English. Much good. There we go. That's better. So why did they say sayonara to you? Because they, like, it sounds like they were taking pity on you.
Oh yeah. Yes, it was a whole pity party.
I feel like a pity party is something. It sounds like an experience you have to have in Japan. Like their pity is different from our pity. The same way, like we have a guilt
cheaper.
culture, but they have a shame culture. Was everything cheaper in Japan? I'll tell you where there are a lot of introverts. Where you went, Japan.
Maybe there were also a ton of people just out everywhere all the time.
I know, it sucks. It sucks, man. I'm so sorry you had to deal with that.
Terrible.
Were they nice? Did any of them push and shove you or like look up your skirt?
Well, that's them being nice to me.
Any attention for us is
exactly. No, I was basically a ghost. No one saw me. No one spoke to me. I yelled a lot, and like only children would look because they're tuned to the paranormal.
Well, you look like a ghost in that mint getup. So if you wore that while you were there, and you're already, a somewhat pale complexion compared to the people there. So
that's not true. I have like an olive tone.
Yeah, it's just on this camera that you look somewhat pale. So do you consider yourself more of an extrovert or an introvert?
Ambi. I'm ambi. I need that time alone. I need the time with the people. And so basically I suck it all out of people and then I like bunker down and don't respond to the people that want the extroversion part. So
Got it.
yeah, I'm the worst kind of energy vampire, ambivert.
An ambivert.
I take all your energy and I leave. I just leave. I don't leave you with anything.
I was reading about extroversion in the 5 minutes before we started recording, because there was 5 minutes when I realized, oh, let's talk about this. And it said extroverts regularly behave in introverted ways and introverts regularly behave in extroverted ways. It's just that extroverts are extroverted slightly more often, like 10% more.
Who's writing that crap? That's literally that's nothing. That's saying literally nothing. It's like sometimes birds fly, sometimes birds stand on the ground. It's like birds, the flight of birds is what makes them birds.
Yeah, you make a good
all those
point.
Flightless ones, those are mammals.
Speaking of flightless birds, I saw Jurassic Park for the first time.
Like, you're telling me the first Jurassic Park? Ben, you're telling me I could have been there for your first Goldblum cherry poppin'?
He was so good. He was so good. Mm-hmm. He was so much. What was weird to me was that, Sir Richard Attenborough, or whatever it was, the old guy with the British accent, he brings
John Hammond, of course.
John Hammond. He brings our two, adult characters played by Sam Neill and Laura Dern. He brings them to the island without telling them what is on the island, and then they look and like, oh, dinosaurs. I'm like, you would tell people about your island before bringing them to see it.
He just wanted a dinner party. It's like, you know what? I guess I'll also show them the dinosaurs.
I have to blow my nose. Hang on.
Ooh, this nose blow ad break is brought to you by, you know what? Jeff Goldblum. Go see him in apartment.com commercials. He's shining. Everything else he's done, trash. Apartments.com. It's where you live.
Jeff Goldblum is so funny in this movie because he's kind of just like the conscience of everybody. Just saying, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that. That's interesting, but you shouldn't have done that. Don't go there. Don't do that. This is bad. This is all very bad.
Also, he's the only like real like sex appeal in that movie. Like they don't really like, give any of the female characters like sex appeal or anything.
True. He does have that one pose. You know the pose I'm talking about.
Oh, of course. I live in that pose every day. Yeah, that's spectacularly not a great image.
Yeah.
If you're watching at home, I'm sorry. If you're listening at home, even worse.
Yeah, you just did not hear me show an image to the screen. So, you're welcome, because you didn't hear something that you also didn't need to see.
T-Rex, introvert, extrovert.
T-Rex is an absolute introvert.
And not the band. I'm talking about the animal.
The animal in the movie, yes. The T-Rex is the introvert. The velociraptors are the extroverts.
Yeah.
And they both want to kill you.
T-Rex wants to kill you, so like a Godzilla type of kill you, like, hey, I'm really angry, I'm just gonna do shit, and then I'm just gonna head back into the water for a fucking million years later. Like that's like T-Rex vibes too. It's like, you're driving a car around, I'm just like trying to like read my book with my tiny arms, like I gotta eat you, sorry. Yeah. You make a lot of noise.
Yeah, that's true. Whereas the velociraptors sort of seem to pursue in a way.
At a party, let's go eat these motherfuckers.
Yeah. I thought the end where like the T-Rex throws the velociraptor and then the banner falls down that says like, when dinosaurs roamed the earth. One of the funniest, most brilliant images I've ever seen. That one image made me go, oh my God, Steven Spielberg is a genius. I knew he was a genius. I already knew that. But that one image just sort of really like drove it home. It still makes me like smile just thinking about it. I was like, it's like a tableau. It's it's obviously, it feels very sort of composed and posed for the screen, which it is obviously, but it was just like, oh, so brilliant. So good. Although I don't understand how Sam Neill knew beforehand that the T-Rex could only sense movement, whereas Velociraptor could actually see. There's no way he could have known that.
Why not? He has a hat.
That's fair. Hats make you seem very official.
It holds in more knowledge. Otherwise, the knowledge just escapes.
That's why I've been feeling like such a dumbass recently. Because I have no hair or hat to hold in any of the energy on my head. That's why I feel like an idiot. That would explain things. What if that was actually like an actual reason? Like I went to a doctor like, oh yeah, the thoughts are going out the top because there's no hair to stop it.
That's a doctor in idiocracy.
Exactly. Your shit's fucked up. I can't say the rest. But no, but wouldn't it be funny if like that, like it's, some ancient tribe of some kind would have explained that to their kids in sort of a joking way that then gets passed on to their kids in a joking way. But eventually, what if the ancient tribe that no longer exists, they were onto something. Your thoughts just go out the top of your head.
Well, that's just flat earthers. It was passed down through generations that the earth is flat and that their thoughts escape through their heads. Because are their thoughts even valid?
I think, yeah, there might be a genetic component to flat earthers.
So we got these billionaires going to space, just like shoot all these people up into space in like one cramped ass rocket so they can see, and then just leave them there.
Great idea. It wouldn't convince them of anything.
Right. But then they would just be not on the planet. So
right.
Good for us.
Hey, how do we get down from here? He told us
he just put the Earth on a pulley system because, it's like a blanket.
I don't know. Flat Earth, it seems like an enjoyable thing to participate in. To be like, nuh-uh, you're wrong. I'm right, you're wrong. It makes people feel like they have power. You know what I mean? To be like, I am denying this reality. I'm creating my own reality. I think that's
called like schizophrenia, I believe.
Schizophrenia is becoming increasingly mainstream, though. That's the thing.
I'd take some.
Well, that was another great episode of This Is Unusable.
Look, if you're introverted, if you're extroverted, tell your friends about this podcast, but tell them to not listen. Look, I'm listening to this terrible podcast, and I'm so sorry about it.
Well, we were rusty. We hadn't done this for a month. And I think for having not done it for a month, that felt pretty solid.
Yeah, we rusty nailed it.
And
that was This Is Unusable. I've been Tyler Martin.
Ben Steinberg. Been Ben Steinberg this whole time.
Da, 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 da. Is that how much we can get away with without having to pay royalties?